How are you on this Friday? My name is Dylan Black. Welcome to Daytime Ottawa, Rogers Television. You know, 12 Ottawa area craft breweries are excited to announce a collaboration to release a holiday craft beer calendar. How cool does that sound? All the details right now. We say hello to Andy Nita, the owner, a brewer as well, Nita Beer Company. I like that because your name sort of sounds like you need a beer.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
I guess you get that all the time, right? Tell us about the Nita Beer Company.
We've been around for almost 4 years now. We started as an idea that came to me from my oldest son. I was reading to him about how to make beer as I was doing a lesson plan to help my students understand something that was kind of boring in their curriculum. So I thought introducing beer might make it more exciting, and in the process I learned how to make beer.
Really?
And reading about how to do that with my son, he kind of asked the question, he's like, "Dad, you know, if we make beer, can we sell it for money?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And he's like, "We should open a beer making company." And I said, "Well, that's a great conversation for your mom tomorrow at breakfast. I'll let you lead the charge." He did, and here we are.
That went well, that conversation?
Yeah, it was a good conversation.
Sorry, how old was he at the time?
He would have been around 4-ish.
That's impressive, very impressive.
Yeah.
So you have this holiday craft beer calendar, so it serves sort of as an advent calendar. Now how did this invention come to be?
I'll give props to Poncho. He's one of our investors, and in the first year of business, he suggested we try to do this with our own beers, but that would have been a fairly daunting task. And every year since he's suggested it, he keeps suggesting it. And this year, as we've kind of got our legs underneath us, we're doing quite well as a business. We had a little bit more time to sort of investigate how we might be able to do that. It was a bit tricky. There's quite a few regulations that we have to follow from the AGCO, but my wife Bridget did a great job of navigating through all that regulation, and we were able to put this project together with success.
Cool project. And so you have 12 different breweries.
We do. Yeah.
Okay, maybe you could name off a couple of the big ones that are part of this.
Some of the big ones involved are Whitewater, which we're happy to have on board, Kitchissippi and Broadhead, probably the most recognized names in Ottawa within this package. We're happy to have them on board. Clock Tower is also there. Probably after this interview, I'll pop over across the street and say hello to those guys.
Say hi. Was it difficult to get these breweries on board for this project?
It wasn't. Late at night, it was around 11 p.m. I got on the computer and said, "Let's pull the trigger on this." I sent out an email to all the breweries I could find in terms of their contact information. Apologies for anyone I didn't contact, but I think I got most of them. Within 36 hours, we had all the participants that we needed, and unfortunately, we had to say no to a few who were fairly eager to get on board. Based on their response, and I think the response of the people in Ottawa for a product like this, we'll probably in the new year look at trying to work with some of the breweries we didn't have the opportunity to work with yet, to try and find some unique products that we can put out to share to raise the profile of Ottawa breweries.
Okay, I know we've had a few shots of these very cool coasters. Now, how does it work? How do you get a coaster?
Initially, we had said on our website that the first 100 calendars sold would get these custom crafted coasters. We sold 100 units within less than 48 hours.
Impressive, yeah.
And the sales are going quite strong now. I think we're over 700 units. We plan on capping it at 1,000. We're on track for production, or my wife is with her company, to provide at least 600 of these units with coasters. But we'll keep working in long and hard nights to see if we can try and get it to the total number sold.
Very nice.
But no guarantees.
Cool, cool keepsakes. Get your favorite brewery, a nice coaster. That seems like a lot of work. So how exactly does the calendar work, the advent calendar work?
Shot down.
Yeah.
If you can see the open box, what we've done is we've taken the coasters and flipped them, and then obviously we've put the date with which we recommend that you enjoy your next beverage. It's obviously the fun in this is not opening these until that specific day, but once the box is in your possession, do as you will. There are 2 boxes. There's 2 12-packs that go inside a larger sleeve, which gives you your 2-4. On the outside of each box, we identify the volume and the alcohol percentage of each of the beers that are in there. but we're not telling anybody what those beers are. That's going to be a surprise.
Okay,
You know.
so it's different beers from different breweries, like because every brewery has all kinds of different flavors.
That's correct. So what we asked each of the breweries was to put forth one beer that you think really represents your brewery, that you're proud of. But we also want one that is going to be a seasonal, that is going to be unique and you wouldn't be able to buy as easily within the Ottawa area. So there is a guarantee of 12 seasonals, very unique beers, and then the rest, the other beer provided from the other breweries is really up to them. But
Okay.
what we've noticed for some of the beers that they have said they'd like to provide, there are more seasonals than just one from each brewery,
Okay.
but not for all of them.
Operation Come Home as well is taking part in this.
Yeah, we partnered with them because as we noticed the number of sales that we started having come in, we were thinking about logistics in terms of how we'd be able to deliver all these beers. And initially we used Canada Post, but there was a little bit of grumbling from the public in that those shipping rates were quite high. Mm-hmm. So we listened and we tried to find a way to get more competitive pricing on shipping to maybe make this more an attractive purchase for people. So with Operation Come Home, each delivery is $20.
Okay.
That's for one or that's for 10 boxes. So if you do group buys from a single location, maybe at your work, it's $20, and then you can distribute the cost of that, between the number of units you've purchased.
Okay. Oh, okay. So sales wrap up November 10th. Now, when 30 seconds left here. When are they going to be delivered? These boxes of beer.
We're asking for the breweries to deliver their beer to us on November 23rd, and starting as soon as we receive that on the 23rd, we'll start assembling the packages and getting them out for delivery. So we should be able to, working with Operation Come Home, because they'll be helping us assemble these packages, get these to people before December 1st, so they can enjoy their first beer on December 1st.
And you have to drink them on the days, not two at a time.
It's advised.
Thank you very much, Andy Nita,
Cheers,
owner,
thank you.
brewer, Nita Beer Company, nitabeer.com. More Daytime coming up.